Thank you for being here with us, whether you're joining us in the pews or online. A few announcements. Lunch Bunch today will be at 12:15 at Craft Pita, which is at 1920 Fountain View. This is an informal gathering for fellowship and to continue conversations. All are welcome to join in, and if you're still a little new around here, we would definitely like to invite you as well. Between the service and Lunch Bunch, we will share coffee and conversation here in our gathering place just outside the sanctuary. Mark your calendars now, Sunday, December 15th. In lieu of our normal service, the Emerson Players will be presenting an original holiday musical. Make sure you attend. Mark?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm Mark Anderson. I'm here to tell you a couple of things that the Outreach Committee has going on. First of all, we are in the middle of our Share the Plate nominations. So if you want to get an organization that you support on the Share the Plate list for next year, there are forms in the gathering place, and there is also information there on how you can find to sign up online. The other thing I want to tell you about is that one of the other purposes of the Outreach Committee is that every year the board has the option of dispersing some monies from the endowment, and some of that goes to outreach. And the Outreach Committee is tasked with the responsibility of deciding who we give that to. This year we're giving it to the Women's Home, and next week on the 24th of November, mark your calendars again, we will be making the presentation up here to the representative of the Women's Home, and she will also be making a presentation in the Adult Ed. So be sure to come. The Women's Home is a good organization. Let me read to you very quickly what they do. They've been serving Houston for almost 70 years. They provide services to support clients, most of whom have not had a safe and consistent home for years. The chapel, which we are funding an upgrade to, is used throughout the week for meetings, as well as providing a space for contemplation. The committee was impressed by their program and the community that they build among their participants. The organization is run professionally, and they're dedicated to their goal of helping women to obtain and sustain a healthy, self-supporting life. And again, next week we will be making a presentation to them of our grant from the outreach, from the endowment. Thank you.
We would especially like to welcome our visitors this morning. We're very happy you've chosen to include this place on your spiritual journey. You should have been handed a welcome packet when you arrived. If you did not, we're sorry for the oversight. Please feel free to ask for one as you exit. The welcome kit contains a yellow card, just like the one in the seat back in front of you. If you fill it out, we'll put you on our twice weekly only mailing list to keep you connected. So whenever you're ready to take that step, please feel free to complete the card and leave it in one of the offering boxes. And welcome to Emerson. We're delighted you're here. And now, please enjoy our prelude as our formal service begins.
Thank you, Charlie. And now we transition into our sacred time together, a time of reverence, a time of attention, a time of intention. I invite you to join us in this time, marked by the lighting of our chalice flame. I would like to invite Lissa Wolf a little farther forward to light our chalice this morning in the sanctuary. I invite those of you at home to light a candle where you are to join us in spirit. We mark this sacred time with words, important words that bring us into a time of collective intention. As we light our chalice flame here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you joining from home and to light a candle or chalice of your own. Our chalice lighting words this month are short but meaningful. They come from John A. Shedd, who was an American author, most well known for his 1928 book of anecdotes, Salt in My Attic. His words have been misattributed to a great many people, including Albert Einstein and U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Grace Murray Hopper. Please join me in reading these words together as they appear on your screen. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for.
Hi. Emerson is a beloved community of faith, reason, and affection. We welcome all to grow in mind and spirit to build a better world. We do this by gathering to seek, learn, and grow in the course of our work to promote love among each other, our congregation, and the wider community here in Houston. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or joining us on Zoom or on Facebook, we welcome you. No matter where you are in your personal journey, we invite you to live, learn, love, and grow with us. As a covenantal community, we aspire to promote love, fellowship, and social justice, as well as support for your personal growth. Please join me in our welcoming. The words are on the screen. Wherever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you find yourself on your life's journey, whichever your pronouns, whether you've walked in or rolled in or dialed in, whomever you love, you are welcome here. And now we have our presentation of This Week in Unitarian Universalist History with Richard Cummins.
Thank you. It was a very busy week from November 11th through the 17th in UU history. We'll start off on the 11th. In 1744, Abigail Smith Adams was born in Weymouth, Massachusetts. She was the wife of John Adams, the second president of the United States, and the mother of John Quincy Adams, the sixth president. She was also the chief figure in the social life of her husband's administration and one of the most distinguished and influential first ladies in U.S. history. A lively, intelligent woman who enjoyed the challenge of domestic organization and skills, Adams advised her husband on many issues, and her letters are a vivid source of social history. She worked for social justice and abolition of slavery. A devoted Unitarian, Adams was noted for a serene religiosity, which sustained her good nature during both adventures and adversities. She died on October 28th in 1818. Also on that date in 1893, Lewis Allen McGee was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. The son of a slave, he held several pastorates in the African Methodist Episcopal Church. He served as a chaplain in the infantry in both World War I and World War II. Late in life, McGee announced that he had become Unitarian and received encouragement and help from the American Unitarian Association, and Wallace Robbins, the president of Meadville Theological School, to found the Interracial Free Religious Fellowship of Chicago. He later worked with Edwin Wilson at the American Humanist Association headquarters in Yellow Springs, Ohio. McGee died on November 10, 1979. On the 14th, in 1835, James Freeman, who became minister of King's Chapel Anglican in Boston after the American Revolution and made it the first Unitarian church in the nation, he died at age 76. And lastly, on the 15th, and this one is really spectacular, Frances Anna Maria Russell was born in 1814. She became a Unitarian at age 70. Her grandson was the famous philosopher Lord Bertrand Russell, and her husband was Lord John Russell. He was not Unitarian, but he worked to pass many measures in Parliament to secure religious freedom, including the Dissenters' Chapels Bill. Frances Anna Maria Russell was highly cultured and read French, German, and Italian. She was a friend to many Unitarian literary figures, including Charles Dickens, James Russell Lowell, and Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Radical in her politics, Russell believed in a loving personal God, petitionary prayer, immortality, free will, and the authority of the conscience. She helped organize the Unitarian Church in Richmond, Surrey, England, and her family was active there. She died in 1898. And that was the week in UU history.
Thank you, Richard. Each time we are gathered, we hear words from one of the 6 sources of Unitarian Universalism. Today, we hear words from Plato. Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher of the classical period who is considered a foundational thinker in Western philosophy and an innovator of the written dialogue and dialectic forms. He says this: music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. And now, with our chalices lit and our hearts and minds centered, we invite you to join your voices with ours in celebration by singing a hymn. Today's service includes no sermon, but will include 10 hymns. You may stand if you are comfortable doing so, or you may stay seated. Today, that's probably the better option. Of course, stand if you want. Please help us raise our voices and sing our opening hymn, 1000 in the Teal Hymnal. And I picked this hymn today. It was one of the first hymns I learned at Emerson. And for me, it is one of my favorite hymns to start the day with because it brings hope for newness, for change. So, everyone?
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
The second hymn is my choice. And if I could, Charlie, could you play me a C chord? Thank you. Freude, Okay, that's basically today's hymn. It's in a different key, but that's what we will be singing. Number 29.
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, glorified. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the pain of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the joy of day. All thy works and joys surround thee, heaven and praise. Stars and planets sing around thee, center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, hill and mountain, blossom meadow, flashing sea, chanting bird and flowering fountain, call us to rejoice in thee. Thou art giving and forgiving, everlasting, ever blessed, wellspring of the joy of living, ocean depths of happiness, ever singing, march we onward, victors in the midst of strife. Joyful music lifts us onward in the triumph song of life.
So I'm going to play the next hymn on the organ, but before I do, I need to say thank you for letting me play the organ with you. It is the most amazing feeling getting to be connected with Julia and the choir and the congregation and getting 3 free redos. It's the most amazing feeling. So after I played last September, I was telling my friend about it and what an amazing feeling it is. See, most organists, like I grew up playing for church and I took the feeling for granted. And then I went 18 years without playing for a church before I played here in September. And so I was telling a friend about it later and she asked me, is it better than sex? I had to think about it pretty hard. I think the answer is whichever one lasts longer. So I went back and checked, and I played a total of 6 numbers for 19 minutes and 50 seconds. I know basically 20 minutes might sound like much, but after an 18-year dry spell, I'm not going to feel bad about it. One more thing before the incoming administration carts me off to Pray the Gay Away camp again. You need to make sure you always have some out-of-the-closet queer people in your congregations making outrageous jokes and being campy. Straight people can't do camp. If you could do camp, we wouldn't call you straight. Okay. So now let's be good Unitarian Universalists and sing a song about dying. Number 199 in your gray hymnal, Precious Lord, Take My Hand, was written by Thomas A. Dorsey in 1932. He was inconsolable after his wife and son died in childbirth. It was the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's favorite song, and Mahalia Jackson sang it at his funeral. And I've been playing it for myself over the last couple of weeks to find some peace after bad news a couple of weeks ago, and I hope it's some peace for everybody else too.
Good morning. I'm Jill Rose. When you see me come up here about this time, you know I'm about to talk about a children's story. I know this is something that some of you think, why children's story? But as I've said in the past, there's lots of reasons that children's stories can still resonate with us, either from our childhood or from our own lives now going forward. Mary asked me if I could read a children's book about the power of music. Sometimes I have to research. This time I immediately thought of Abby Yo-Yo by Pete Seeger, based on a South African folk tale. This book is illustrated by Michael Hayes. So why Abby Yo-Yo? Pete Seeger says in the sort of preface that he started thinking of this story during the McCarthy era, a political, frightening, unsettling time, which may not even be part of any kind of high school curriculum at this point, and I'm still researching that. In part, however, Seeger reflects on all the arts are important to fostering humanity and banishing the beasts of our own spirits. In this story, music is the answer to vanquishing a monster and reintegrating outcasts into community. Powerful indeed. So here is Abby Yo-Yo. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who played the ukulele. Around town, he'd go clink, clonk, clonk, clink, clonk, and all the grown-ups would say, "Take that thing out of here." Not only that, the boy's father got in trouble. The boy's father was a magician. He had a magic wand. He'd go zoop, zoop, and make things disappear. Whoa. But he played too many tricks on people. He'd come up to someone about to drink a nice cold glass of something, zoop, and the glass disappeared. Someone doing a hard job of work, sawing wood, comes up, and the father with his magic wand, zoop, no saw. He'd come up to someone about to sit down after a hard day's work, zoop, no chair. You can see how popular he was. People said to the father, "You get out of here too. Take your magic wand and your tricks, and you and your son just get." The boy and his father were ostracized, which means they made him live on the edge of town. Now, in this town, they used to tell stories. The old people used to tell stories about the giants that lived in the old days. They used to tell about a giant called Abby Yo-Yo. They said he was as tall as a tree and could eat people up. Of course, nobody believed the story, but they told it anyway. One day, the sun rose blood red over the hill. The first people got up, looked out the window, and they saw a great big shadow in front of the sun. They could feel the whole ground shake. Women screamed, strong men fainted, "Run for your lives! Abby Yo-Yo is coming!" And this is the picture for Abby Yo-Yo coming over the hill. He comes to the sheep pasture. He grabs a whole sheep. Yelp! He comes to the cow pasture. He grabs a whole cow. Yunk! Men yelled, "Grab your most precious possessions and run! Run!" Just then, the boy and his father woke up. "Hey, Pa, what's coming over the fields?" "Why, son, that's Abby Yo-Yo. Oh, if only I could get him to lie down, I could make him disappear." The boy said, "Come with me, Pa." He grabbed his father by one hand. The father gets his magic wand. The boy gets his ukulele, and they run across the fields. People yelled, "Don't go near him. He'll eat you alive." There was Abby Yo-Yo. He had long fingernails because he never cut them. He had slobbery teeth because he didn't brush them. Stinking feet because he didn't wash them. Matted hair because he didn't comb it. He raised up his claws, and just then the boy whips out his ukulele. "Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo." Well, you know, the giant had never heard a song about himself before. A foolish grin spread over his face, and the giant started to dance. "Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo." The boy went faster. "Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo, Abby Yo-Yo." Wow. Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo. The giant got out of breath. He staggered. He fell down flat on the ground. Up steps the boy's father. Zoop! People looked out, and zoop again, and the people looked out his windows. He's gone. Abby yo-yo's disappeared. The people ran across the fields. They lifted the boy and his father up on their shoulders. They said, "Come back to town. Bring your darn ukulele. We don't care anymore." And they all sang, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, Abby yo-yo, be-yo-yo, be-yo-yo. The power of music. This was a lullaby, by the way. Can you imagine? And now you also know why I sing in a choir and I don't sing solos. Okay. For our next hymn, I chose I Know I Can, hymn number 1015 in our Teal hymnal. We've sung it recently, so I hope it's familiar to many. This hymn started going through my head immediately when I heard the recent election results. It speaks to inner resilience as well as knowing that we are not alone. It is an acknowledgement that although change may not happen quickly, we will go on. And yes, it started in my head with the election results, and it continues to be in my head because it applies to struggles of all kinds in other arenas in our lives too. We can be resilient individually, and we are stronger together.
I'd just like to add that I thought that was a lovely singing voice, Jill.
Our fifth hymn was chosen by Reverend Ed, even though he knew he wouldn't be here today. I think it's pretty obvious why he likes this one. Number 1021 in the Teal hymnal, Lean on Me.
Each time we gather, we ask your help in fulfilling this church's mission. The success of this church and of the principles we support is made possible by the work of our members and friends and by your financial support. We honor that support by striving to live the mission of this place fully and wholeheartedly. Here at Emerson, this collection does not go to funding our work, which is funded through our pledges of financial support. This collection each week goes to fund the work of important partners of Emerson who, in our opinion, live out our Unitarian Universalist values in our community and in the world beyond our community. The act of giving our financial support is both a transformative spiritual act and one way we live our values. 75% of our offering today will go to our November Share the Plate recipient, Plant It Forward. Plant It Forward offers economically disadvantaged refugees an opportunity to become self-sufficient through growing, harvesting, and selling organic produce. The organization secures land, trains and mentors farmers, and facilitates sales to local markets. After a year of training in gardening as well as business practices, each farmer is loaned land for their own urban farm to sell under the Plant It Forward brand. Plant It Forward facilitates 22 locations and creates markets for the farmers' produce. The remaining 25% of today's offering will go to Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels, which provides thousands of meals every day to Houston's homebound seniors. You can go to our website for online giving, put cash or a check in our offering basket or box, or mail a check to the church. Thank you. Okay. The next hymn is going to be For the Earth Forever Turning, hymn number 163. I chose this hymn simply because it's beautiful, and we can all use a little more beauty in our lives. If you've been a member of this congregation for some years, you may have heard the choir perform it as part of Paul Winter's Missa Gaia Earth Mass, but we've seldom sung it as a congregation. American composer Kim Oler wrote this piece for Missa Gaia, working from texts suggested by Paul Winter, who in turn was inspired by the lines of a ballad in Robert Heinlein's science fiction classic, The Green Hills of Earth. On her Notes from the Far Fringe website, Minister Kimberly Debus says that this hymn gently entices you into a consideration of beauty, hope, and aspiration.
Joy.
didn't know about the hymn Blue Boat Home until I joined Emerson and I first heard it here. And if you've ever been outside and seen the night sky with no lights around and been totally blown away, that happened to me, and this hymn took me back to that time. So everybody, look at the sky sometime when it's dark out there. Blue Boat Home, hymn 1064 in the blue hymnal.
For today's meditation, we are going to do a musical meditation. Shocker. But we're going to listen to Charlie as he plays, and I would like you to just take this time to either meditate, help you feel centered for the week, or listening to the music and recognizing how it affects you, how your body feels. Just anything that you come across, just sit silently and listen. Thank you.
Slightly deviating from the prompt, I'll be singing first and then letting you know why I picked it.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless
Thank you. They've given me the mic back to back, which is never a good idea, truly. Hi, I'm Ariel Desatel. I'm your staff singer here. And I have the next reading, as well as the next introduction to hymn. So our reading for today, the words from our second reading today come from Martin Luther. Martin Luther, OSA, was a German priest, theologian, author, hymn writer, professor, and Augustinian friar. Luther was the seminal figure of the Protestant Reformation, and his theological beliefs form the basis of Lutheranism. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in Western and Christian history. Beautiful music is the art of the prophets that can calm the agitation of the soul. It is one of the most magnificent and delightful presents God has given us. Our next hymn is number 1051 in the blue hymnal, We Are. I've said it for, I'll say it again. This is my favorite hymn. for a number of reasons, and that reason is the same reason I pick Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. You may or may not have noticed that I am Black. It has come up. And our history of this country is not great for Black people, to say the least. I can trace my ancestry back maybe 4 generations, maybe, if I'm trying pretty hard. But I've never known of those people or have stories of those people or anything like that. It's very much a distance from the people who I come from. And this song, it gives me comfort in many ways because if you listen to the lyrics, there's a connection to the wholeness of life and the universe, and just a connection that I personally and my family did not have. So this speaks to the totality of ancestry that I don't personally know, but would like to connect with. Number 1051, We Are.
For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
I chose this next hymn because the very first Sunday I was ever at Emerson, this song was sung. And we get to the line about bringing you hope, no pun intended, but it struck a chord with me because that is exactly what I was looking for. So please join us in hymn 346 in your gray hymnal. Come sing a song with me.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing
one more hymn. I chose number 1030, Sia Hamba, because I love singing in foreign languages and I love energizing hymns. So that's what this is. But we haven't sung it in a while. So I want you to practice the South African, the Zulu words from South Africa that we'll be saying. So I want you to, I'll say it, you have to repeat it back. Okay. The first one is Sia Hamba. Sia Hamba. Kuka. Kuka. Nguyen Quen Kros. See, I'm nervous, I'm sorry. Nguyen Quen Kos. So it's Sia Hamba Kuka Nien Quen Kos. That's not so hard, right? The words will be up there. You can do it. And it's sing out. It's great.
We've now arrived at the part of our service where we must extinguish our chalice flame. Alyssa will come forward and extinguish our chalice for us. This flame has served as a reminder to us that our time together is sacred, a time set apart. In the words of Reverend Brian Keeley, the chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and hearts and souls of each one of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place and share it with those you know, with those you love, and most especially with those you have yet to meet. We're grateful for your presence this morning. For those of you who have joined us on YouTube, after the postload, we will be ending our live streaming service. Thank you to all online attendees. We look forward to hosting you again. May we, in the course of our week, be more and more aware of the communities of which we are a part. May we be more and more aware of our individual part in those communities. May we be more and more aware of how those communities co-create our journeys with us. And may we be more and more aware of how we co-create their journeys with them.